Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm Beth, and I'm owner of Heat Yoga. And tonight we'll be doing a level 1.5 class. One of the things that I'd like to gear it towards tonight is kind of slowing down just a little bit. So we'll be doing a few more kneeling poses. So if you'd like to have something to give you a little bit of padding under your knee, a blanket might be helpful. We are also going to be reaching for our foot in a reclined position, so a strap or something that allows you to reach your foot easily on your back, like a pair of pants, a kitchen towel, a necktie, a scarf, anything like that you can use. And just feel free to do any of the poses that feel good for your body, to modify however you need to fit your unique body, and to skip any poses that don't feel good for your body. You can find something different, or you can just take a moment to breathe and to be with your body and your breath and to see how it feels. So tonight we're going to start with short meditations. If you find yourself in a comfortable seated position, or you can even be in a reclined position if you wish. Finding an even amount of weight between both sit bones, and we might even move some flesh out of the way so that you can feel contact of your sit bones with the earth. And then finding a soft gaze or closing your eyes. Begin to slowly just sway forward and back, letting your shoulders lean forward and then lean back. And then noticing that point in which your spine stacks as you pass that point where you have to use less effort in order to sit upright. Making this movement a little bit smaller with each pass. And eventually coming into stillness in that spot of less effort. Feel the contact that your sit bones make with the earth. And without actually controlling your breath, just imagine your breath is flowing out of your sit bones and down into the earth. Allowing yourself to find that connection. Allow yourself to be grounded. Without losing your connection, without losing your ground. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, feeling your spine lengthen, feeling the space between each vertebra, feeling a lightness in your torso. Allow your shoulders to slide down away from your ears. And tucking your chin ever so slightly towards the center of your throat. Just a tiny bit. Maybe feeling as you bow your head just slightly, your mind might quiet just a little bit. Soften the muscles around your eyes. Allow your jaw to unhinge. And notice your breath as it passes across your nostrils. The temperature as it comes in, and the temperature as it comes out. Be taking the next few breaths to set an intention for your class today. Our collective intention is, I feel calm in my breath. We'll take 3 clearing breaths together. So exhale all your air out. Inhale through your nose, fill completely. And exhale, open your mouth, sigh out. Inhale through your nose. Let it go. One last inhale through your nose. Let all of it go. Keeping your eyes closed, if they're already closed, or your soft gaze. Relax your neck and drop your chin down to your chest. Not forcing the motion, but just using the weight of your head to gently pull your head downward. Take your attention to the tip top of your skull. And let your focus travel all the way down to your tailbone. And notice where all you feel this. Where are you carrying some of your stress and tension? Can you find a little more softness in the muscles of your face and feel your cheeks relax away from the bones in your skull? Maybe even letting your mouth hang open. Once your neck is fully relaxed, you can remain here in stillness and just enjoy the stretch. Or you can begin to make half or full circles with your head. You need to adjust your seated position. Please honor your body and take a different position. Remember, outside of this time that you've set aside for yourself, there's usually deadlines and schedules. But in this hour that we have set aside today, there's no rush. There is no schedule. Allow yourself to just experience the movement. See how it feels in your body. Change your movement to any variation that feels best for you. The next time you come back to bottom center, pause. Exhale and feel your head sink just a little bit deeper. And bring your head back up to neutral. And scoot back so you can see a little bit more of me. And if you are on the floor and neglected to give you the option to sit up, so please join us in a seated position if you are not already. You can sit in a straddle, in cross-legged, butterfly, whatever feels the best for you here. Release your hands down by your sides. Find that nice tall seated position. Inhale, sweep your arms out and reach up tall. Exhale your left hand down and reach with your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right hand down, reach with the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale, switch sides. Continue to flow along with the rhythm of your breath. As you reach, think about lengthening both sides of your body. Instead of just bending and compressing, you want to reach out and expand. The side that is reaching, press down into that sit bone so you're getting energy in both directions. Good. Take one more on both sides at your own pace. Remember, there's no rush. You can move as fast or as slow as your body wants to at this time. Come back to center, hold and breathe. Release your left hand down, reach over with your right. Adjust your neck if it feels a little funky. If your shoulder is riding up by your ear, pull it down away. Maybe walking your fingertips out. Then turn your head so that you're looking up towards your right elbow. And turn your head so you're looking down towards your left fingertips. Bring your eyes forward. Inhale, left arm back up. Exhale, right hand down. You can pull your right shoulder away. You can bend your elbow or walk your fingertips out. Turn your head to look up towards your left elbow. Down towards your right fingertips. Bring your eyes forward. Inhale, right arm back up. Release your hands down by your sides. If you're not already in a cross-legged position, I would recommend crossing your legs. We can even do this from butterfly. We do want the knees in to have a grip point as we do some seated cat and cow. If you feel like you're rolling back quite a bit, you can sit up on a pillow or a folded blanket or a block to bring your pelvis into a more upright, neutral position. So grabbing the front of your knees, inhale as you bring your heart forward, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, round your spine, look down towards your crossed legs. And inhale, shoulders back, heart forward, seated cow position. Exhale, round your spine, pull your navel in, look down. Inhale, heart open, shoulders down and back. And exhale to round. Inhale, let your love shine out into the world. And exhale, pull the love from the world back into your center. Inhale, let it shine. And exhale, receive. Taking one more. And exhale, round. Come back into the neutral spine. Come into tabletop in your next position. I'm going to face you today for this next series, but you can be lengthwise on your mat, facing the short edge of your mat, if that's more comfortable. At this point, it might also feel good to have something to place your hands on for height. Luckily, I'm at the studio, so I have blocks that you can use posts. You can use the side of your chair, or couch, or treadmill, or boxes, or anything that is handy here. I want you to bring your right foot out to the right. Everybody's hip is a little bit different, so you might find that your foot lands a little bit closer in. You might find that your foot lands a little bit further out. So let it go wherever it naturally wants to land. If your hips are really tight, coming up onto your height or hands to your hips. And then begin to rock towards and away from your toes. The only thing that I'm looking for here, actually two things, no pain, right? And that your knee is tracking the same direction that your toes are pointing. Allow your breath to flow along with your movement so that your exhale is coming out as you hit the tightest spot in this movement. Now you can modify this quite a few different ways. with the angle that your foot is pointing. These are all just different variations. You can pull your foot in a lot closer and work more so with your ankle and your calf. You can slide your foot farther out and work so more in groin and hip. You can even drop your torso down low to change the experience. You can let this movement travel through the rest of your body into whatever version feels good for you. Our bodies are made to move in so many different planes. As long as we are doing it with intention and attention, we can move in so many different ways to benefit our body. See how it feels. Notice what your body needs. Keep your breath flowing. Then begin to circle with your hips. At this point, your knee comes out of that groove, and it can rotate as well as long as it feels okay for your knee joint. You might start out small. The circles might look really small. That's okay. Or if it feels good, your circles can get really big. Notice the spot that is the tightest for you, and let your exhale carry you through that tight spot. Now, one thing that we like to do when we're working deep into the hips is relax your jaw. Find a connection between tightness in the jaw, tightness in the hips. So this is a great time to use your clearing breath as you move through those tight spots. Because with an open mouth, it's kind of hard to tighten your jaw. So let the jaw relax. Let your breath come out. Let your stress come out with your breath. Let the tension in your hips come out with your breath. Take your circles in the opposite direction. And it's kind of funny because we're moving through the same range of motion. We're moving through the same kind of movement here and position for the body, but it may feel vastly different. So observe those sensations that change as you change the direction that you're circling. If you see how my foot is going around, you can roll around in the bottom of your foot. It doesn't have to stay planted. Talking about creativity today and how creativity has blossomed so much as our lives have changed. And so this is your opportunity to explore, to get creative with your body, to see what feels good for you. Take one more rotation at your own pace. Then as you come back to the starting point, slide your right foot out to the right, straightening out your right leg. Toes point forward if that feels okay. It's okay if you come to the inner arch of your foot if that feels better, but foot flat is also good. Exhale, begin to bend your elbows and lower down towards the floor. You don't have to be all the way onto the floor, but we come down just a little bit to increase the stretch. Your left knee doesn't have to be below your left hip. It can slide out if your body allows into more of like a frog position. And then on your exhale, sit back towards your left heel. Increase that stretch, go up against the edge of that big deep stretch. And inhale to rock forward. Exhale to sit back. And inhale forward. Continue on with the rhythm of your breath at your own pace. To whatever feels good for you. Now, along with your jaw, I also recommend that you let your neck relax. Feel your head hang heavy. You can have it in neutral if that feels good, or you can just let it go. Our shoulders are made to move up by our ears and down towards our waist. And you can even get some of that movement through your shoulders if you'd like to add a little bit additional. You can even try a little bit of cat and cow to see how it feels in your spine. Then take one more at your own pace. As you come back up with your left knee stacked, or your left hip stacked above your left knee, come back up onto your hands. Rotate your right knee and toes up towards the ceiling. And point them back towards the front. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. 3 more times. Trying to keep your pelvis square in front of you. So a lot of times our right hip pulls back as we try to rotate open. Your toes don't have to go all the way to the ceiling. Just trying to keep your hips from moving and rocking around. And come back into tabletop and take any counter movement that feels good for you. Could be rocking your hips from side to side, maybe a little cat and cow. It might be stillness in a position like child's pose. Or even taking a downward facing dog for the first time today. When it feels like your body has come back into neutral, bring your left foot out into the half squat position. Again, just kind of swinging it out to the side, let it land where it just naturally wants to land, and begin to rock. Lean into it. And as you begin that rocking motion, that's when you notice that those different variations might need to come into play. Might be something as simple as just adjusting slightly the angle of your foot so that it feels better. If you notice some pressure or tension or pinching on the inside of your knee joint, it's most likely that your knee isn't tracking the same direction that your toes are, that it's coming to the inside, that it's kind of buckling in. So you can adjust the angle of your foot, or just work on pressing your knee out so that it points over the second toe to avoid that knee discomfort or feeling like maybe it's not quite right. Find softness everywhere where tension isn't needed. Your face, your neck, your shoulders, your mind. Let your breath carry you through the movement. When you notice your mind wants to wander away from this time that you set aside for yourself, observe without judgment that it has wandered, and come back onto your mat. Patanjali says that we can use anything that keeps us focused in the moment. It doesn't have to be your breath. It doesn't have to be the intention or a mantra or the sensations you experience in your body or the music that's playing in the background. It can be anything that works for you. Find that focus that helps you to anchor here. Some days it's different than others. Begin to circle with your hips. Now we all have differences in between the right and the left as far as tension, differences in how tight one side is. If you didn't already know which side was the tighter of the two for you, you'll definitely find out in this hip series. Let your breath continue to flow through your movement. Notice those areas that might need a little extra love. Your inhales can fill those areas as your exhales take that tension away. And begin to take your circles in the opposite direction. Notice in those moments between instruction, when there is some silence, whether your mind is more apt to wander. See if at that point you can pull into the language of your body. What is it telling you? How can you connect with that? One more rotation at your own pace. Extend your left leg out to the left, pointing your toes forward. And your foot can be flat or roll to the inside of your foot. Exhale, and bend your elbows, slowly lower down into a comfortable position. And inhale, and exhale, sit back towards your right heel. Inhale, come forward, and exhale back. Flowing along with the rhythm of your breath. This time is yours and yours alone. There's no other obligations. You can be here with your body and your breath. I promise all of those other things will be there when you're done. But if you take this time for yourself, you do something great for your body, you allow your mind a little bit of time to rest, to just focus on the present. You may feel better prepared to tackle those things that will be waiting for you when you're done with this session. So give yourself permission to be here for the remainder of this class. Next time you come forward, come back up onto your palms. Rotate your left knee and your toes up towards the ceiling. And back forward. Then right and close. 3 more times. 2 and 1. Good. Come back into tabletop. And taking any kind of movement that feels good for you, then meet me in downward facing dog. If you have height for your hands, bring them to the top of your mat so that they're easily available. As you come into downward facing dog, take a moment to walk it out, alternate lifting and dropping your heels. Let your chest press back towards your thighs. Turn one foot over at a time and stretch the front of your toes, your foot, your ankle, and shin. This movement can be as big or as little as your body is calling for at this time. Come into stillness. Inhale, shift forward into high plank. Shoulders over wrists. Always have the option to drop down to your knees for any reason whatsoever. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose or puppy dog pose. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog or other options. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, last one. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Look forward to the top of your mat. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Pull your belly button in. Keep your bum lifted high and tippy toe walk to the top of your mat. Press into your hands. Bend your knees as much as you need. And come to flat feet into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Press and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet out for ragdoll. Here at least hip distance, but maybe a little bit wider. Neck distance is good. And a really big, generous bend in your knees. So much so that you feel your chest touching the top of your thighs. If the backside of your body is really tight, and this is just not very comfortable, bring your elbows to the top of your thighs. Press the elbows into your thighs, pushing your legs away from you so that you can find that deep compression in your spine that we're searching for in ragdoll. Allow your crown to reach out away from your tailbone no matter what option you've taken. If you are hanging, find a grip point or let your arms dangle. You can grab off the elbows, around the outside of your legs. You can even interlace behind your back. Take some movement or find stillness. That's up to you. Release your hands onto the mat if you're in a bind, or keep your elbows in the top of your thighs. And heel toe your feet together to wherever you like them for mountain. Hip distance or big toes touching with a slight separation of your heels. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands up your legs. Take 40 breaths to roll all the way up into standing. One vertebra at a time. Shrug your shoulders up, let them slide back and roll down away from your ears. Inhale, sweep your arms out overhead. Exhale, forward fold, soft bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with your left foot into low lunge. Drop your left knee down to the mat and come up into crescent move. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, slide your hips forward to cactus arms. Inhale to slide back and reach up. Exhale, slide forward. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Sink your hips, lift your heart. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. Frame your right foot, hands to the floor. Exhale, straighten your right leg, half splits. So here's a great place for your blocks or your books, whatever you've chosen today. You can keep as much bend in your right knee as you need for a little bit of support there. If you want a little extra, you can press your right heel down into the mat or try dragging it back towards the back edge of your mat. Feel your hamstring fire up and turn on. Might feel also up in your glutes. And you might feel your leg shake with that kind of isometric hold or pressing motion. If you're pressing, go ahead and relax your leg. Inhale, lengthen up through your heart. Exhale, bow to hip crease, taking your chest down towards your back. Bend back into your right knee, walk your hands forward. Lift your left knee coming into low lunge. Pivot to the left into a wide-legged forward fold. If you can bring your hand support with you, that would be a good idea. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Here, place your left hand under your face, fingers point towards your right foot. Also a great place for your block. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist right. Right hand knee comes to your hip, to your low back, or extend all the way to the seat. Bring your left hand down in place, or your right hand down in place of your left. Exhale, twist left. Bring your left hand back down. Grab your blocks, walk both hands over towards your left, so we're facing the opposite way. Drop your right knee down to the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, slide forward, cactus arms. Inhale, slide back. And exhale, forward. And in, and out. In, and out. Two more, in, and out. Last one, in, and out. Inhale, sweep back up. Come forward, frame your left foot. Exhale, half splits. Walk your hands back towards your knee just a little bit as you straighten out your left leg. Get as much bend in your left knee as you need. And you may want to slide your foot forward just a little bit. Traditionally, you have the hip stacked above the right knee, but if it feels good to sit back a little bit farther, that's okay too. Listen to your body. Keep a nice long spine, reaching out through your crown and your heart. Here, bow at the hip crease as you take your heart forward towards your toes. Walk your hands forward, bend back into your left knee. Lift your right knee coming back into low lunge. Pivot to the right into another wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your left hand near to or on top of your right foot, so we're off center here. And exhale, twist right. Again, same options for your hands, hip, low back, or extend to the ceiling. If you need to readjust your neck, look down at your left hand, then bring your eyes back over to a comfortable position to the right. Good. Left hand comes down and comes near to or onto your left foot. And exhale to the left. Hip, low back, or ceiling. Bring your left hand back down. Walk both hands over towards your right foot. Pivot into low lunge. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Another option here is inhale, forward, high plank or modified. Right knee to right tricep. Left knee to left tricep. And back into downward facing dog. Or you can just hold your plank at that time. Or you can skip it all together. Inhale, forward, high plank. Option, right to right. Left to left. Downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, forward, high plank. Right to right. Left to left. Downward facing dog. Look forward to the top of your mat and walk up on tippy toes, where you can hop or flip to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway in, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, reach up to the sky. Hands come to heart center, Samasthiti. At this time, we'll take a little bit of time to practice balance. It may be harder depending upon the surface that you're on, so be kind to yourself. If you're on carpet, it's going to be squishier and it's going to be harder to balance. It just allows you to strengthen all of the little muscles in your foot, your ankle, and your calf, your shin, your leg, your hip. So start by bringing your weight into your left foot. Hands can come to heart center or out into a T. Come up onto the toes of your right foot and turn your right knee out to the side. Your right heel can come up against your right ankle or your left ankle to provide a little kickstand. And you can slide your foot up your leg onto your calf or your thigh, just as long as it's not right on your knee joint. Press down into your left leg. Feel the muscles wrap the bones. And without losing that grounding sensation, lift up through the crown of your head. Creating that space in your spine, a little bit of lift. Your hands can stay at heart center, or you can take another position that feels good for you. Overhead prayer, twisted prayer. Remember which way you went on this side, we'll do the opposite. You can take a bind behind your back. You can get creative. Let your creativity blossom. Take another big deep inhale. And exhale, release, graceful dismount. Roll up your left ankle if you need. And come over onto your right foot. Now remember that if you have a wall or a chair or something accessible, you can always use that for balance as well. Press down into your right foot. Come up onto your left toes and turn your left knee out to the side. Your toes can stay on the floor or begin to slide up your leg. Just like we have differences in our strength from the right to the left, you're also going to have differences in balance and in flexibility. So just honor those and notice those without judgment. You may change the hand placement or take the same one that you did on the opposite side. To challenge your balance, shifting your gaze so that you look up towards the ceiling, or maybe you close your eyes. Last but not least, don't forget to breathe. Bring your eyes forward, your hands back to heart center, and release back down. And bring your weight into your left foot. We're going to do one more. One-legged mountain. Your toes slide forward. Your right toes slide forward of your left. You may stay here with your toes just lightly touching the ground or hovering just a little bit above the ground. You may bring your right knee up to hip height. It's going to be easier to see from a profile view. We try to have 90-degree bends, the hip, the knee, and the ankle. Now, a lot of times here, see people lean back a lot to counterbalance the weight of the leg. So bring your hip above your knee, which is above your ankle. Pull your belly button in. Your right hip flexor is going to start talking to you a little bit. Now, if you like a challenge, extend your right leg out. This is where we also tend to lean back. And it's okay if your leg is down here and extended out. It's extended either way, and you're going to feel it in your quadricep and your hip flexor. Continue to breathe. Keep your navel pulled in. Pull your bottom ribs up and in, and stand up nice and tall. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, graceful descent. Walk it out. Bring your weight into your right foot. Left knee bends and your toes might slide just slightly forward. You can stay here. You can extend your leg out and let your heel rest on the floor to get that work in upper thigh. You can bend your knee right up to hip height. Notice your core. If you'd like a little bit of tactile awareness, bring your hand to the bottom ribs. Feel them pull in. You can bring your other hand to the back of your pelvis and squeezing those two parts together. Maybe take an option to extend your left leg out, whatever height that may be at. Again, don't forget to breathe. Press down into your right leg. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. Walk it towards the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold, bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward folds. Place your hands on your mat and step back into tabletop. Take a seat back into child's pose. Feel your hips sink back towards your heels. If you have knee discomfort here, you can either shift your hips forward into more of a puppy dog pose, or you can flip over onto your back and take your knees into your chest. That's where we're going next anyway. So option here, sitting upside down child's pose. Observe your body. See what you notice. Can you keep your mind here as we slow down the pace just a little bit? If you're not already on your back, make your way down to your back and have your strap or whatever you have for your strap available within arm's reach. And keep your right knee drawn into your chest. Place your left foot on your mat. Your knee can be bent or your leg can be extended all the way up. Loop your strap around the bottom of your foot and then send your right foot up to the ceiling. Grab both ends of the strap and make sure that you have a good grip. You might even want to wrap it around your hands. Then press as hard as you can against your strap. You might feel your legs shaking just a little bit, your hamstring and your calf kind of firing up, maybe up into your glute. Pressing your heel forward and your foot into the strap. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep pressing. Take an inhale. Exhale, relax your leg. Pull your toes towards the top of your head. Take as much bend in your right knee as you need. I promise you'll still feel a hamstring stretch even if you have bend in your knee. You're just going to experience different things depending upon what the shape looks like. Good. One more time. Press hard into your strap. Make sure you have a good pull in your strap. Embrace the shape. If your shape kind of wobbles a little, or your leg kind of wobbles a little bit and shakes a little bit, that's okay. Just know you're pressing really hard. Inhale, press a little bit harder. Exhale, relax. Pull your toes towards the top of your head. You might be feeling like you're getting a lot of increase in your range of motion, or maybe just a little bit. Remembering your edge and only going up to that edge, or maybe a couple steps back from the edge, not past the edge. Good. Take both ends of your strap into your right hand. Extend your left arm out to the left to counterbalance. Exhale, let your right leg open to the right. Extended hands and big toe. Here, remember your left knee can be bent. Your leg might extend all the way out. Trying to keep your left hip anchored to the mat. One of my favorite lazy ways to do that is to bring my left leg into a half butterfly. It allows me to get a little bit different experience through my left hip, and also kind of counterbalance the weight without having to do too much work. Take your inhale into your right hip, and send your exhale down your right leg and out your right heel, finding length and softness with that breath. And come back up to the center. Grab your strap into your left hand. If your left leg isn't extended out, it would probably be best to extend it at this point. Right arm extends out to the right. And exhale, begin to roll, taking your right leg across your body into revolved hands and big toe, or kind of an extended leg spine twist. If this is too intense, a lot of options. You can take a big bend in your knee, taking your simple twist instead. You can let your heel come down closer towards your left foot. Or you can just let your foot hover farther above the floor. Once you have a comfortable position for your hips, your back, your right leg, take notice of your neck. So your eyes might look up to the ceiling or over towards your right hand. At the bottom of your exhale, tighten your core and bring your right leg back to center. Release your strap. Take both knees into your chest. And just kind of observe how they feel. Any differences between your right and your left. Place your strap over the bottom of your left foot. Your right foot comes to the floor or is extended all the way out. Move your strap over your hands or just take a nice solid grip on your strap. As much bend in your left knee as you need. Then press your foot into your strap as hard as you can. Notice from your heel all the way up to the back of your hip, your low back, where you notice the muscles firing up to complete this action. So press, press, press as hard as you can. Inhale, press a little bit harder, and exhale, soften. Pull your toes towards the top of your head. Allow your shoulders to relax and smooth up against your mat. And press your foot into your strap. Press as hard as you can. Notice those areas that are firing up. If it feels a little too intense, you can maybe bend your knee a little bit more or just lessen your press. Inhale, press harder, and exhale, soften, pull towards the top of your head. And take both ends of the strap into your left hand.
Right arm comes out to counterbalance. And exhale, let your left leg come up into the left. And 3 different options. Bend right knee pointed to the ceiling, straight right leg, or half butterfly with your right leg. Your right arm can extend out, or you can even place your right hand on top of your right hip. Breathe deeply into the areas of tension. Let the tension go with your exhale. Come back into the center. Straps come into your right hand. Extend your right leg out if you haven't already. And as you exhale, roll it into your twist. Remember your 3 modifications, or you can always take any variation that feels the best for your body. Remember, nothing is permanent, and you can always adjust whenever your body needs. At the bottom of your exhale, come back to center. Use your core to bring your leg back up. Release your strap. Take both knees back into your chest. Take the next 5 breaths for any position of your choice. Anything that you feel will complete your practice before we move into final relaxation, Shavasana. That might be a happy baby, might be another spinal twist. You might windshield wiper your knees from right to left, a little internal rotation, a little stretch to the front of your hips. You might take a fish pose, opening your heart. You might take an inversion, feet up the wall, or shoulder stands. Let go of your thinking mind, and let your body tell you what it needs. Find your way into the position of your choice for final relaxation, Shavasana. Using whatever tools and props that you have available to make your body comfortable. And so find a soft gaze or close your eyes. Your hands may rest down beside you with your palms down to ground, with your palms open to receive. Or maybe your hands on top of your body to feel your breath, to allow your focus to delve deep within your own being. Let go of control of your breath. Notice any random thoughts still coming through your mind. And picture those thoughts as balloons in the sky that you have released into the air, and they float away out of sight. Leaving the only thing within your view, that bright blue sky. Feeling the warm sun shine down upon your face. Feeling it penetrate into your body. Making you feel warm
comfortable. Allow you a few moments with yourself in the silence. You may choose to stay in Shavasana, or if you're ready to move along with your evening, bring some awareness into your extremities by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Gently roll your head from side to side, massaging the back of your scalp with the earth. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Curl your nose up to your knees. Give yourself the biggest hug that you've gotten all week. Know we're on short supply this week. Then extend long in opposite directions, taking a big full body good morning stretch. Keeping your eyes closed or that soft gaze, roll onto your side into a supported fetal position. You may use your bicep as a pillow. Marinating in how your body feels in this moment. Still recognizing that connection you have with your breath. When you're ready, pressing yourself up into a seated position of your choice. You bring your hands to heart center. We're going to end today with the sound of 3 ohms. So exhale all your air out. Take a big deep inhale through your nose. Thumbs come to third eye to honor kind thoughts. To your lips to honor kind words. And to your heart space to honor kind intentions. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do something amazing for yourself. And thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.